Welcome back to Good Morning Games. My name is Jason.
Hey, this is Alex.
And today we are going to be talking about the Pokémon Presents that happened this morning at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I don't know why I was that early, but yeah, we're on Pacific time, so
yeah,
we had the old 6
They-
a.m. Pokemon wake up today.
Yeah, so obviously it was mainly focused on the Diamond and Pearl remakes and Legends, but there were some other things. Alex, if you want to just kind of kick it off.
Yeah, so this they opened with a little bit about Pokemon Unite. Have you tried that yet, or no?
Nope, I've not.
It's pretty fun. I've enjoyed it. I would never want to play it by myself, but when I play with my cousin or whatever, like we've had a good time doing it. It's hitting mobile on September 22nd, and there's going to be cross-platform play with Switch. So they went over that real quick. And then there's like some bonus you get for signing up or something. I don't know.
I'll probably play it. I'll probably play it when it comes mobile. I feel like that's like, I don't know why it makes a difference, but I feel like that's something I can do when I'm like taking a crap or something. don't want to bring my Switch
No,
in.
you can't mess up the Switch taking it in there. Yeah, no, that makes sense. I would probably play it more on mobile, honestly. So yeah, that's happening. We had some Pokemon Unite stuff. Then they went into Pokemon Cafe Mix. That's the free game that came out last year, isn't it?
Yeah, I played it for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I didn't play much of it.
Yeah. Now it's going to be called Pokemon Cafe Remix, and it's going to have new puzzle elements and new Pokemon and new costume stuff, and looks like a pretty much revamped game coming out this fall. That's cool. I'm assuming it'll still be free because they didn't say otherwise, so they got that going on. I probably won't even try it this time.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. And then they started talking about Pokemon Masters EX, which I don't even know what that is.
so that I did pretty much the same thing with that. Pokemon Masters was like a mobile game that was it was like it was cool. Like the idea was cool. I don't know. It was pretty much just like battling, but it's like a mobile game.
Okay.
It was, I don't know. It was cool, but I lost interest really quickly.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, you just go from like battle to battle, and I don't know. I don't really remember the details. I just remember I played it for like a day and then never played it again.
Well, apparently we're hitting the 2-year anniversary for Pokemon Masters EX.
Nice.
But yeah, I don't know a lot about this game, so sorry, I can't go too in depth on it. But 2 years, baby, still going.
Yeah.
And then we had Pokemon Go hitting its 5th year anniversary, which is just crazy to think about. Because I remember when that game was like everywhere and just came out.
Yeah.
People were going nuts for it.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah. And now they're introducing new Galar region Pokemon during some special event. So you can catch Pokemon from Sword and Shield and Pokemon Go now. So that's pretty cool if you're still doing Pokemon Go.
Which I'm sure there are a ton of people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's still really popular. I mean, nowhere near where it used to be, but I think there's still a pretty dedicated fan base for it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we got into the stuff that people were more excited about. We got Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl updates. First, I'll just say this, even though this was at the end of their presentation, we are going to get a Nintendo Switch Lite that's Pokemon Diamond and Pearl themed. It's going to have Dialga and Palkia, which I don't even know. Since I missed these games the first time around, I don't even know what those Pokemon are.
Yeah, I assume the legendary ones of the game.
Yeah. It just has like the etchings of these Pokemon on the back of the Switch Lite, and that's going to be coming out November 5th. It looks pretty cool. It's like all black with Pokemon etchings on the back. I don't know. I don't have a Switch Lite. I'm probably not going to buy that, but if I were, I might get that one.
Yeah, I'm getting the Switch OLED, so I don't need to get another one. But I agree, it looks cool.
Yeah, you'll get it. But and we got a new trailer for the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl games. Just like a recap. It's in the Sinnoh region. I mean, it looks like a Pokemon game. There's a professor, Professor Rowan. You got your childhood friend and rival. There's Team Galactic in this one, which I didn't know that it was different, going to
Hmm.
be different from Team Rocket. Yeah, we got Team Galactic. Uh, this is like a new thing that I haven't done in a Pokemon game before. There's something called the Grand Underground, where you can have a secret base and put up different Pokemon statues or badges or something. And then there's Pokemon hideaways underground, where there's going to be certain Pokemon that you can only catch in these Pokemon underground areas. So that's kind of cool. Um, I don't do you remember a Pokemon underground from other games? Because I don't.
No. So yeah, and you kind of touched on this, but so you said you haven't played these
Right.
ones, the
Yeah.
original. Yeah. So I think that like at least me, I was kind of a weird age when this came out because I was 16. It looks like it was 2006,
Yeah.
and so like yeah, this is one of the only ones I didn't play, and it seems like it's a lot of people's favorite and like one of the most popular ones. And I think it was just that I was into the first couple when I was in like third, fourth, fifth grade, sixth grade, and then I kind of stopped, probably like seventh grade through the rest of high school, and then got back into stuff when I was like in college. So yeah, this is one of the ones I missed, and it seems like and people will probably have to tell us. I don't know how much of all the stuff in the trailer is new. I don't think it's a ton. I think that they've said that this is pretty one-to-one, and there seems like a lot of stuff from this trailer that is like not in the other games, which I mean I think is cool.
Yeah. No, I think I just watched it. I'm pretty sure they said that this underground stuff is new
Okay.
to Diamond and Pearl. At least the exclusive like Pokemon Underground
Yeah,
thing.
sure.
And then
I guess I was more so thinking about like there was a lot of stuff that looked like mini games and stuff like
yes.
that all looked really cool and not typical, I feel like.
Yeah, some of the other new things that they called out, you can customize the Pokeball effects. So like when you throw a Pokeball and your Pokemon pops out, there'll be confetti or like fireworks go off or some little effects like that. Some customizable stuff. It's the you can change your player's outfit or costume now this time around, which you couldn't do in the original. And then this was like super weird, which is kind of what you were just talking about. There's something called Super Contest Shows, which looks like a dancing mini game where your Pokemon like dance and there's like a live audience. I don't know how that fits into like the story of the game or anything. It just seems like something they threw on there. I don't know but they said that's new to Diamond and Pearl.
Okay.
So they have that. And then we got something, they called it a union room. So you go into the union room, and that's where you can do local and online battles and trades with other players.
Nice.
And then also the last thing they called out for new edition is you could choose any of your Pokemon, one of any of your Pokemon to actually follow you around in the game. Like in Pokemon Yellow, when Pikachu follows you around, like you can just pick any of your Pokemon to do that with you, which is pretty sweet.
Or like Let's Go.
Or Let's Go, yeah, Let's Go. Probably better, more recent example.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, overall, I think it looks cool. I mean, I kind of have the same feeling with this one as I had when Sword and Shield came out. It's just kind of like, yeah, it looks like a Pokemon game, and I haven't played one in a long time, so I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think considering Nintendo's lineup this year, like I'm definitely gonna get this and just plow straight through it.
Me too.
Because there's nothing else major. I mean Metroid, but that's gonna be. I'll probably have
plow through that too.
By the time this comes out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, overall, I think it looks cool. Like I said, it looks like a Pokemon game, but it also looks. I kind of like the art style. I mean, like obviously, it would be cool if it was, this huge change. But I kind of like that it's because they're doing that little chibi thing. It kind of looks like a game, or the DS. It was on the DS, like a DS game that they've brought to today, which I think was kind of the goal. At least that's what they said. They just kind of, remade it for today, and I think that looks cool.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the art style, the chibi art style, um, especially because we're getting Legends Arceus a few
Yeah,
months
exactly.
later, which looks completely different. So,
Yeah.
um, I
There was one thing I want to say about this trailer that I thought was weird.
mhm.
I, I don't. They kept like showing the text bubbles zoomed
Yeah,
in
yeah.
like over and over, and it was like why? What is cool about this? There's cooler things that you could show, and it's like it wasn't even like a cool font or anything. It was just like the most basic text lines zoomed in, and they did it over and over.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It was really strange editing for a like a game trailer, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I remember the one was like the cheesiest line. It was like now everything or now it's all ending so everything can begin and it like zoomed in really close on it and I'm like what, why did it zoom in?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So like when it first did that, I mean, this is not like this tech stuff isn't a big deal. It's just more funny to me. Like
Yeah.
when it first did it, it was like a line that it was like, oh, that's probably an important line. But then like the more they did it, I noticed it was just like
It just
I don't
kept
know.
going.
It was just like lines that were just like, oh, you picked up a Pokeball, or like something like, and it was
Yeah,
like zoomed in.
this is the Michael Bay
Yeah.
cut of text
Yeah.
bubbles for a Pokemon trailer.
Yeah, but besides that, I thought it looked good.
Yeah, no, the trailer was weird. Pokemon Company releases some really strange trailers for their games, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, I'm gonna get the game. Are they $60? I'm assuming they
Yep.
are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know why I asked. But so these are hitting on November 19th this year, so we're like 3 months out. Um, yeah, looking forward to it.
It does seem like a pretty. I remember when they first announced these. Let me look it up. They they seem like they're pretty lengthy games, which is
Hmm.
good. Let's see, Diamond. Yeah, 41 hours. So I mean,
Wow,
that's
that's
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
um, cool. So, anything else about Diamond and Pearl you want to touch on?
No, I don't think so. I'm definitely gonna get it. I think we touched on everything. I'm excited for it. This is for that this series. It's kind of like they're all kind of a similar formula, but it's like every couple years I'm ready for it.
Yeah, yeah. I hope I hope there's a little more challenge to it which is
Yeah,
our recurring critique on Pokemon. Like
yeah,
Sword and Shield was just I thought not challenging enough to be enjoyable, but
yeah.
um I
It
mean well
is.
not it is enjoyable, but it's I wish it was harder.
Yeah, I don't know if I died once in that, and that's just kind of that's kind of just like man, give me a little bit of challenge.
Yeah, give me a little
I never really understood why they don't allow you to do like a hard mode. Even if you had to,
yeah.
like, even if you got to go into like options to find it and it doesn't offer it at the beginning, just like, because I know that it's probably because they, a lot of the audience is kids, but it seems like
Mhm.
it can't be that crazy to just, even if all it did was like double the damage or something like that. Like, I don't know why they don't offer it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would be okay with them offering that.
Yeah.
Um, okay, cool. So let's move on to Pokemon Legends Arceus, and this is coming out January 28th, 2022. So no delay. I know a lot of people were expecting a delay on this because of the state the game was in the first time around. But I when I saw this trailer, I thought this game looked vastly improved from the first time we saw it. The frame rates didn't weren't dipping anywhere near what they were in that first trailer. Like it was running steady. It looked really clean. Um, it looks a lot more polished than we saw it the first time.
Um, Yeah, it definitely looks better. I think the frames look better. I'm a little more hesitant. I think like you texted me this morning, like something like it looks amazing, and I was like, we'll see. And here's so I'll just talk first and get it out of the way because overall, I will say that like the second time I watched it, I thought it looked better. And I overall, I'm 100% getting it. I think it looks awesome. I don't want that to be like I don't want this to come off like I'm not excited or I think it's going to be bad because I don't. I just yes, they 100% fixed the frame rate. It does. I think overall it looks better. The issue that I have with it is to me, it still looks, and it's tough even saying this because graphics are that's never been a problem. I always like defend the Switch for like its capabilities, but it just, to me, it looks like kind of jaggy, like there's like, I don't know what it is. It looks kind of cheap, like it's just like the style that they did, and so that's one part. That's not a huge deal. I'm sure I'll get over it because even after I watched it and thought that, I was walking my dog and then I was thinking about it and I was like, you know, I really liked Fire Emblem Three Houses, and that kind of had the same thing where it was like, it's like, yeah, the graphics are good, but like, it's kind of like, I could use work.
You're just talking to your dog. Yeah, I don't know about those Pokemon graphics.
Yeah.
Your dog's like, no, it's not that bad.
So that's one worry. And the other thing I have, which is probably a bigger worry, is I just have this feeling, and nothing that they showed me today got rid of this. And this is what I was more so hoping that it would get rid of. I have this feeling that it's going to feel empty in a way that Breath of the Wild didn't. Like, I understand both of the worlds are kind of, there's not much in it, but like, in Breath of the Wild, every time you turned a corner, there was something crazy that happened. Or like, you're like, whoa, what's this? Even like this little like shape of like a building. You're like, whoa, what's this? I want to check it out. And everything I've seen, I'm just have this worry, and I could be completely wrong. I just have a worry that it's going to feel empty. Like that you're just going to walk around and all there is like Breath of the Wild. You can walk around and there's this huge stone talus that's like crazy. And I just have this feeling here, you're going to turn around a corner and like, oh no, it's a Growlithe for the 100th time. You know, I don't know. It's like it's more of a worry. I just feel like nothing that I saw. I think that the flying mechanic looks awesome. I think that you can like ride on the fish. That looks awesome.
Looks like a jet ski.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
And you can ride the like deer. That looks awesome. I think everything looks awesome. I think it was cool how they have like the campsites, which I'm sure we'll talk about all this. A lot of it looked cool and I liked it a lot. I'm just worried that it's not going to be as like, I want to keep exploring to the depths, you know, like just keep going for hours and hours. And I could be wrong. I'm hopeful I'm wrong. I just have this feeling it's going to feel empty. That's it though. Besides that, I know that that's like a big complaint, but if that's not the case, then everything else looked awesome.
Yeah, I think that's a valid complaint. I don't know if I agree, but I could see where you're coming from. I think when I was watching it, I was just there's a lot of emptiness, a lot of open spaces. But I really liked how we saw a ton of different diverse environments. Like there's a snow area, there's like open plains, there's forested, there's all these different environments that all have different Pokemon in them. But if that's all it is, like if it's just Pokemon and there's like one village and then you just are just in different diverse
I guess that too.
environments.
That's kind of what I was like. Yeah, everything they've said makes me think that maybe that home base is the only town, because it's like it's supposed to be like the beginning of ever catching Pokemon. So that's another thing. I kind of have a feeling that's how it's going to be.
So I'll just run down the bullet list of stuff that they covered. Legends Arceus takes place long ago when humans and Pokemon's lives were still separate. It's in the Hisui region. And they mentioned that in the future, the Hisui region actually becomes the Sinnoh region. So there's a nice connection there between the Diamond and Pearl games and Arceus. So that's kind of awesome. Get to play through the Sinnoh region in the fall and then go see it back in time when this comes out in January. There's going to be Hisuian versions of Pokemon that we've seen before, like you mentioned the Growlithe, and I forget the other one, Bravey Airy or I don't know, the big bird. But yeah, there's going to be
big bird.
There's going to be new versions of Pokemon we've seen in previous games. There is this kind of reminded me of the Blood Moon mechanic, but it seems like when it becomes nighttime, the Pokemon all get like red glowy eyes, and then the trailer showed somebody saying like Pokemon are terrifying creatures, and then it just goes into full on battle mode, where you're fighting these crazy Pokemon with lit up eyes. The eyes reminded me of things you would see in memes, like when people when their
shooting
eyes,
at the
the laser eye
yeah.
meme. It was kind of funny, but yeah, that's something new that we don't know a lot about yet. It is very Breath of the Wild looking. The whole game it really looks like they're just like, we're copying that. We're putting we're
100%.
we're doing Pokemon of the Wild.
It's definitely intentional, but that's not a bad thing. I don't think that takes away anything.
No, not at all.
You know, I think it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, yeah. They specifically called out that this game is a combination of action and RPG elements. And like I said, tons of diverse environments. They mentioned that the team or like company, I guess, that is doing the Pokemon research work is called the Galaxy Expedition Team.
Which, did you catch on that you're the Galaxy Expedition Team? You're the first part of this team, the Galaxy Expedition Team, and in Diamond and Pearl, the bad guys are Team Galactic.
Oh, there we go.
I think that you are that team. I saw someone else say that. I didn't catch it. Someone else.
Amazing.
Someone was like, "Oh, I think you're the bad guys eventually in this one."
That makes sense.
Probably at the time, you probably never realized that. Yeah. But it's just they're trying to just draw that connection, probably.
That's great. And then so it says when you're out in the wild, they call it doing survey work. You're doing Pokemon survey work, which makes it sound extremely boring. I don't know why. But you can, when you're out in the wild, you can like set up a base camp. And at your base camp, you can buy items from some guy who's just at your base camp. And then there's also a crafting element to this game.
I did think that looked cool.
Yeah, you can like collect basic items and then craft them into more sophisticated items. So that's actually about all that I had. That's I mean, other than all the stuff they showed in the trailer, highly encourage you to watch the trailer because I think it's a much better one than the one they released a few months ago. Because it shows more of the game and it's just in a better state. But I think it looks pretty awesome as long as it comes together. I could easily see this coming out and being like a 5 out of 10, and people are like, well. They tried, but it's rushed and it's bad performance and it's empty. But on the other hand, I could also see like, wow, they knocked it out of the park. It's a 9. And it's just really awesome. And hopefully this is the future of Pokemon. We'll have to see.
Yeah. And I think I need to also point out that like the reason I'm hesitant is more so because this is everything we've wanted. And it has this, like, the overall idea of what it is perfect. And so I just am a little worried that it's not going to live up to, you know, what we all want. And it doesn't necessarily need to, but I would like it to come close, or at least, you know, seem like the first step in that. I do think it's cool that you can just kind of like walk up and throw out your balls whenever you want and like battle whenever you want. I think that's really cool. I think that's more. I'm just more so. It's like I'm not excited. I'm like cautious.
Skeptical.
I'm going in cautious because it has the potential to be something special.
Yeah, it could be really great. It could also be a dud, but I'm glad they're trying it. I'm glad they're giving 100%. It a try. I really hope that it doesn't feel rushed, because then I'll be mad that they didn't delay it.
Yeah.
Like, I hope they just take their time and make this game good, because like you said, it is what everybody has wanted from a Pokemon game forever.
Yeah.
So I really hope it comes together and is a really awesome game. It's still so weird to me that we're getting
so weird. It makes no sense.
November and January new Pokemon games.
Yeah, I don't really get that, but that's okay. I mean, I assume it has something to do with that they wanted them somewhat similar or close because that they're the same region and everything. I don't know. Mm-hmm. That could be part of it, but yeah, I'm definitely really excited. I just what I don't want, and again, this is what I have a feeling it's going to be. I feel what I don't want is like you go out in the world, it's this open world, and they said like people are gonna, like you said, surveys, and like people are gonna give you like kind of like side quests and things like that.
Yeah,
But I hope that I hope that they're not all just like every single one of them is, go find this Pokemon. And
yeah, I don't know what else it would be.
Exactly. No, exactly. I agree, but because they've said this is, before anything existed or before, so like I don't know what else it could be either. And that's just, I guess, what I'm worried about. If that's all it is, and you're just going out, everyone's task is pretty much the same. You're just doing it with a different one. That can, I don't know, that could get old.
Yeah, I hope there's some diversity in the survey tasks, definitely.
Yeah. I did think, I thought battling looked cool, and it looks different. It's different a little bit. Your agility, unless I misunderstood this, but it sounds like your agility, you can like move twice based on like if your agility is high or things like that. Like it's different than normal, I guess.
I don't I like was watching it and I couldn't figure out what the battle system was. Like I don't know. It's real time. It's not turn based, but you also have to choose what you're doing.
Yeah, it's like Final Fantasy VII, I think, where it is turn based. It's just that there's like a timer that when it runs out, it's this person's turn. And that's what I'm saying. Like if this one has a really high agility, he might be able to go. He might be able to go twice before the other guy goes.
Is it like the new Dragon Quest 11S, like that kind of thing?
I can't.
Where you're like running around in a circle, but you still have time. Well, whatever. If it's like Final Fantasy VII, yeah, that's enough.
Yeah. I think that's how I think it is, at least from what I understood.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that we should touch on about that game. It looks fun.
Yeah,
I think.
No, I do too. I know that like I sounded negative, but I'm definitely excited for it, and like I'm more like the thing is here I was super like praising Diamond and Pearl, but I'm more excited for this 100%.
Yeah,
by far. Like I said, I'm just kind of cautious about it.
There's more riding on it.
Yeah, exactly.
The remakes.
Yeah.
Anything that you wanted to see from the Pokemon Presents that we didn't get?
I don't think so. I mean, that's really all I was hoping for was a good chunk on Legends, and they did. I mean, that was what I wanted. When I saw it was 28 minutes, I was hoping at least 10 of those minutes are on Legends, and it was. So that's really all I wanted.
Yeah, they did do quite a bit on it. They did like for both of these games, they did like a trailer and then started talking about like new things and details about the game. So that was good.
Yeah.
I remember they mentioned like a week ago, or maybe it was a little longer now, that there's going to be a robust rollout for Legends Arceus, which is, I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing like every month they're probably going to come out with like new details or something, like really try to build the hype. So hopefully this is just the beginning of that. I kind of am still wondering what the hell happened to Detective Pikachu on the Switch, because they mentioned it like a year or 2 years ago now, and it's definitely been more than a year. It's been, I think, 2 years since they mentioned that game. We never saw a screenshot. We never got anything other than Detective Pikachu is coming to the Switch. So I was half hoping to get a little news on that, but I think at this point I'm just not gonna. What the hell?
It's quiet.
Car horn going off. Okay. But anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to expect to hear anything about Detective Pikachu, so when I finally do, it'll be a nice surprise.
Did you know that they are doing a Netflix show with real live action?
I did not. A Pokemon Netflix show? Oh, that's right. So, yes, I remember reading about that a few weeks ago.
That would have been cool to see, but I'm sure that's super early in development. But that's the only other thing I could think of that I'm excited about that they didn't. See, that could be something that's another thing. It's like that could go either way, especially live action. Like that could be amazing or god awful.
For as much as like people love Pokemon, and I like Pokemon, I'm not like over the top in love with Pokemon, but Pokemon Company seems like they're okay with not going the extra mile.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
They're okay with like, let's just make it good and put it out, and that's fine.
Because they know they know it will sell. I mean, 100%. That's I mean, the fact that they pretty much have a game every year says that alone. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's just they just know that they're going to rank in money every single time.
Yeah, which is kind of shitty, but whatever. I wish they would. We'll see. Maybe Arceus is that game. I hope they just go crazy and like really put forth a good effort for this game. But
yeah, and the thing is, even if it is like not quite the potential, if it's like a 7, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of things that then give you hope for like, okay, the next one they could do this. I have a feeling that's how it's going to be. It's going to be great, but there's going to be a lot of things that they could build on.
Yeah, like they'll have their foundation, and then the next one they'll be like, oh, this is a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. Oh, and we never got anything about Pokemon Sleep, which I don't even know if that's real.
I don't know what it is. Have they really said what it is? I don't
It's
know.
like some sleep app featuring Pokemon.
That's the most I know.
Yeah, I forget the details of it, but and then the last thing I can think of is they did mention that Pokemon Home support will be coming to these 2 new Switch games next year at some point. So you could use that to transfer your Pokemon around. But yeah, that was the Pokemon Presents today. Pretty good show. We got a lot of good details on the new games. Kind of surprising they're doing the new hardware for the remakes rather than Legends Arceus.
That's true.
But maybe we'll get a Switch Pro in January.
Yeah, I doubt that.
No.
But it's probably just because they feel like that with Diamond and Pearl, it's more of a handheld, and I don't know, they can do it with the Switch Lite, but
in the holiday season.
Yeah, but who knows? You are right though. They 100% not necessarily Switch Pro, but they could end up having like a Switch OLED that like comes out then in January.
Yep, they could do that, or some Joy-Con or an Amiibo or something. Okay, anything else?
I don't think so. Overall, it was pretty good. I mean, it had everything that I wanted to see.
Yeah, me too. It's pretty good. Cool. Well, if you want to, you can go to our Twitter at GM Games Podcast, where we're running a giveaway right now for some Nintendo eShop cash. You just have to find the tweet on there and do what it says, and then you might get $20 for the eShop, which would be pretty nice.
Do it.
Yeah, do it. But that's it for this one, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Cool. Thanks for listening, and we will see ya.
We'll see ya.